one shirt for 5 tickets. Ends November 30th. Less time to enter, more chance to win.
We got to go check the perimeter and make sure there's been no intruders overnight. What's up, Goofy? Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Puppers. Puppers. What is up, dude? What is up, man? So, oh my god, that's my camera. Chica, back up. What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we are going to be focusing our attention on this CR-V. I mentioned it last week. If I'm being honest with you, this is the first time I picked up a camera since Braven's birthday. And no, it's not because we got stupid belligerently drunk at a titty bar and had a great old time. It's because I got sick, man. You know what? This thing don't even have a battery in it. Yeah, I feel like I say this every time I get sick, but bro, that's the sickest I have been in a really long time, dude. I fell asleep on Braven's birthday party night, the night we went out to dinner. I came home, I went to bed, I didn't wake up until Thanksgiving, like, night. You know what I'm saying? I slept for 2 straight days. Ooh, headlocks. Ooh. In the enchanted forest, my backyard, where the pterodactyls roam free, damn pigeons, is where the CR-V has spent the last remaining months of its life. Well, actually, it's only been a couple of weeks, huh? The CR-V is one of my vehicles I shoved out back to hide from the city. Leave me alone. Even though it's very much so operable like all the rest of the vehicles back here. Yep, that works. See? They don't listen, you know? Ow! Go on here. So, old Shredder here is gonna be getting a makeover. Actually, have I ever said that in an actual video? I think Shredder is a freaking dope-ass name for the CR-V, man. Put it in the comments down below, of course. I've always just been kind of referring to it as the murder one, like murdered RD1. But I don't know, man. Master Shredder seems like a pretty sick-ass name for it. It's all sharp and it's got like fins and shit. It's a bad guy, you know? The world needs a bad guy. Anyhow, this thing most certainly needs a makeover. We're gonna be painting it. I'm not gonna show you what color just yet. You are gonna see it in this video. But first thing we gotta do is get all the bird shit off. You know, you can't paint over bird shit, and you don't necessarily want to sand over bird shit either, so yeah. And while we are staring at this bird shit on the side of my window, I want you to notice the reflection in the background of that winter grass coming in, man. I know we gotta sand it, but do you think I should foam this thing? Like super clean it to really get all the shit off?
Nah.
We gotta sand it, though.
Nah. I don't think it's worth. I think it's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
And we're gonna run out of super clean, and you're gonna be like, oh, if I didn't use it that one time.
Whoa! I'm already out of super clean.
Oh yeah, you used all of it.
Go in the parts washer.
You're gonna have to scavenge some.
Oh, we're gonna have to try to get the CR-V up in the parts washer.
Oh my god.
Alright, we got this thing sprayed off. There's really no way around it. In order to do this the correct way, I'm gonna need to take some stuff apart. So we're not gonna be doing a traditional paint job on this thing. You're gonna be seeing what it is we're doing here in a moment after I do some disassembly. One of the big things we gotta take off is the roof rack. Unfortunately, the roof rack itself is actually bolted to the truck, but in order to, well, to the CR-V, in order to access those screws, it's behind these plates, and these plates are all riveted on, so I need to drill all the rivets out. Now, normally whenever we paint cars, you guys know that I like to completely take as much apart as I possibly can. This is gonna be different. I'm trying to leave as much together as I possibly can. Literally the exact opposite of what I normally do. Just really needed to get that roof rack out of the way so that we can get to the roof really easily and get this sprayed. I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and leave the wing on, spray the wing. I'm not sure yet, but I do know windows, lights all need to be covered. Other than that, absolutely everything else just needs to be sanded. So I don't know how much sandpaper I got. Yeah, this is about the extent of my sandpaper collection at the moment. What is this? 150 grit? I got a decent amount of that. That's about it. I got some sanding blocks too. These are 60 grit. I don't know. I'm gonna make this stuff work and just get through this. For the most part, like, everything just needs to be scuffed, bro. Just gotta get it good and scuffed and get rid of this shininess, get rid of all the smoothness. We gotta rough it up so our paint's gonna stick. Look at all my minions. God, don't jump, bro.
It's good to see that.
Yeah, I know. I can smell it. I'm just kidding. Hey, if you can, you think you can get a stubby Phillips screwdriver and pull the lights out of the bumpers? You know, they just have the one Phillips on the back. So I'm going over my the areas where I welded. there's kind of some dips and stuff from grinding. I'm just gonna try to kind of clean that up. Definitely doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to get it a little bit better than what it was. So. All right, it's the next day, man. We ended up getting this thing all completely clean, sanded, prepped, masked off. It's pretty much ready to go. Got it all done last night. Ran out of daylight. I really wanted to spray this during the day so I could actually see what it is I'm doing, because we're not going to be spraying it in the booth. I need a little bit more room to get around this thing, so I'm gonna be spraying it out here in the yard. I went ahead and I covered the areas that I did with some the areas that I did body work. So anywhere where there was Bondo or I had to sand it down to metal, I went ahead and just did a quick coat of black over it. I need to come back and just kind of scuff it a little bit. I just want to make sure that everything underneath, like the whole undercoating of this, has got to be black. The only thing I got left to do now is I need to, my plan was to like wrap this wiring up and I was going to hang it from the roof of the booth, but now I don't necessarily have a roof above me, so I got to figure something out with that. We have to cover up the wheels and tires. I'm just gonna wrap plastic around them. I need to cover up my exhaust tip there. Other than that, just go over it and make sure I didn't miss anything, and we're gonna be ready to spray. Yes, we are going to be bed lining the CR-V. I feel like it's pretty obvious that is what it is we are going to be doing. I'm sure a lot of you guys guessed it throughout the duration of getting this thing prepped up. I think it's gonna be the best look for it, for one. I think it's gonna kind of tie in with that whole off-road look, and it's just gonna be even more wild, just the fact that it's lowered and like stancy. I don't know. I think it's gonna be kind of cool. At the same time, like, as you guys know, this thing was just it was a really rusty, just like beat up CR-V, man. And I don't really want to do a whole lot of body work to this thing. We did the wide body. Now hear me out. We did the wide body. I am not the best at welding and stuff. This is my first time doing something like this. While I do think it does look halfway decent, and I can do body work on this and make it to where, you know, we are going to, like, we'd be able to paint it and it actually be like a clean, like normal paint job. But God, dude, that's literally gonna require hours of work, you know, just to sand and weld. There's a lot of welding that would still need to be done in order to get that look. So yeah, to save myself all the welding and having to do all the body work and like sand and body work and sand and high build primer and all that stuff to get this perfect, I'm choosing to go the lazy way, man. What can I say? And I think it's gonna be a cool characteristic to the CR-V at the same time. So it's not just about being lazy. Anyhow, this is what I ended up picking up from Harbor Freight, man. Most of your other brands, like there is, Rust-Oleum has a brand in bed liner. There's like the Hercules, or not Hercules, but Herculiner. Those also come in gallon cans like this. Those run about $90 to $100 per gallon can, right? This stuff right here is freaking 60 bucks, man. But we're not going to be applying this with a roller. We're actually going to be using a texture spray gun. This is a hopper. This is what you would use for doing texture inside of your house, or doing Montex, stucco. Basically spraying any kind of water-based texture, but you can spray these acrylics through it as well. To give you guys an understanding of what this spray gun right here basically is you have this ginormous hopper on the top. It's basically just a bucket that you put your material in, and then you have a trigger. So whenever you pull the trigger, it's for the most part like an air nozzle. Whenever you pull the trigger, whatever you have inside of your bucket goes in front of the air, and it just blasts it out uncontrollable, well, kind of controllably. This thing is normally $29.99. I got it for $19.99 because I'm an Intrac Club member or whatever over at Harbor Freight. So bam, got this thing for 20 bucks, man. Can't beat that. With the gun coming in at $20 and a gallon of this stuff, in which I'm hoping that we only use 1 gallon. I got 2 so that just in case for 1 and for 2, so that we could potentially bedline the bed of Braven's truck in the future. Maybe, we'll see. Anyhow, for the most part, this cost 60 bucks, this cost 20, so I'm into this paint job $80. Alright, so this thing comes with 3 different size tips. There is fine, medium, and coarse. It came with coarse already on there. I'm going to go ahead and leave that because I do want this texture, this bed liner, to be as coarse as possible. There it is. Our hopper's filled up, bro. We are ready to start spraying. It's just, it's coming out too like raw, you know, like, so I'm gonna dial the air pressure down and put a smaller tip. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the medium tip on there and take that coarse tip off of there, because it's coming out way too aggressive, you know, and just moving through material really quick. Oh yeah. Well, the way it's going so far, I probably will actually use both gallons. Well, this stuff is just really going on there. I'm not really, I need to come back and like fill in some areas. This is kind of where I started. And then I turned the air pressure down and put in a smaller nozzle, and it seems to be spraying a lot better. But I've already went through an entire gallon, so we're definitely gonna end up using both gallons. All right, spraying is done, man. I got this thing all completely unmasked, got it all front. We got to get this rack put back on there. I'm definitely excited for this. This is what is obviously gonna complete the look. Now, the touchback on the spraying, it was extremely difficult to get it like all consistent. I don't know whether it's the product I'm using, or I don't know if it's because of the hopper. Like I said, I've never sprayed any kind of enamel or anything through one of those hoppers before. I kept trying to, you know, like mess with air pressure and different size nozzles. I got it pretty good. I mean, for the most part, it's uniform, like it's consistent all the way around. It is a little heavier in some areas than what I would have liked. You know, I would have much rather had a little bit more of a fine, like an aggressive texture like it is, but a little bit more fine, not so like piled up. I mean, what can you do, man? It's freaking bed liner, you know what I'm saying? It does look a lot better now that it's all consistent, all one color, but I'll most certainly let you guys be the judge of it. I mean, I like it. It belongs to me. I like it. I think it's dope. But I already know you guys are gonna have your own damn opinions. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta get the windows all cleaned up. They're all real dusty from sanding and everything. So I'm gonna clean the windows up, get the roof rack back on. I need to go through and get a lot of this like spider web lookingness out of it. That bed liner just came out real stringy also. That's another thing. You can really see it up here on the hood. It looks a lot like spider webs. Which I'm sure once this stuff dries really good and it hardens and I'm capable of taking the pressure washer to it, it'll knock all of that off, of course. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna wipe some things down, get that roof rack back on, and then we'll get a final look at the completed project, kind of. Yeah, and then I need to decide what's next. I do still feel like it's missing something. Alright, well there it is, man. It's pretty much done. I mean, the CR-V will never be done, but put it in the comments down below how you guys feel about it. And also, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think I should go back to it being lifted? I'm kind of teetering the idea in going back to lifting it. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting tired of it being slammed, but still just a piece of shit CR-V. Anyhow, it's for sale. Anybody want it? Throw me an offer. Yeah, I really dig how it came out. I think it looks a lot better than what it was before, and I honestly, mostly because I got rid of all my ugly ass welds, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to remind you guys that we have 3 days left for the family tree shirt, and then it's gonna be falling off. So if you guys want to get yourselves one of those designs, this is your last chance, bro. There's 3 days left, but get it while you can. Peace.
We all love tools. What better than not one, not two, but 3 motherfucking impacts? Grab a shirt for 1 free ticket. Grab a hoodie for 2 free tickets. Bundle a hoodie and shirt for 5 tickets. Ends November 30th. Less time to enter, more chance to win.